What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Take a Time Out. There's a lot to talk about. First, we're going to start with CM Punk is back in the W. No, I'm just playing.
That is big news, though.
Yeah, it is
big news.
It was a good week for just sports, man. And, we're going to start with our biggest winner and loser. We're switching away from recaps, and this kind of our motto now is a winner and loser for the NFL recaps and stuff like that, man. Anything you guys want to talk about from Week 12 specifically before we hop into our winners and losers? Shoot it now.
I hope the Bengals lose out so we can get the best draft pick possible. That was my big takeaway from this week.
I think my biggest winner is Jordan Love. I know me and Tom kind of been talking about it. To go into Detroit on Thanksgiving, I think they were 8-point underdogs, and just give it to the Lions. I mean, Jordan Love has been playing unbelievable these last 3 weeks, and it's kind of stepping into that role that he showed week 1. Kind of went in a slump, but I'm just very impressed because I think he has a lot to live up to with the past quarterbacks, and if he can continue playing like this, I mean, that's definitely a wild card team in that week in NFC. So that's my biggest winner. Biggest loser, not that they played bad, but it just sucks that they lost the way that they did. I'd have to go the Bills because losing that game really hurts their playoff contention spots.
Yeah.
Josh Allen played the best game he's played all year. I mean, there was points in that game where they were up 10 points. I mean, to go into Philly and play as well as they did, they should have won that game. But you have to tip your cap to Philly because they ended up pulling out the win. But it's just a devastating loss for Bills fans, and that's my biggest loser.
Yeah, they're like plus 235 on FanDuel right now to still make the playoffs. So I think it's a little, Bills are high praise, so that's why that line's still low. I wouldn't even play it at this point, but
No.
my winner is also Jordan Love. Me and James are high on Jordan Love. I think we both feel the same way about him. J-Lo show, man. I think it's like his deep accuracy. If that continues to improve, it's open for him because he has the throw power. It's about making those throws that he's missed to Watson or to Luke Musgrave down the field that I've seen before. That's like if he rolls those in, like you see what he can do against a weak secondary like the Lions and just play real well. So that's my biggest winner. Loser, I know I had a homer pick last week, but it's easy. It's easy when you just got a bunch of losers on your homer picks. So I'm going with Josh Dobbs. 4 picks from old boy. Man, what an ugly game. Still one of the worst teams at running the ball, but when you throw 4 picks, it's really hard to win a football game at all, really. So, and a lot of them were undeniably his fault. So it's tough. Hopefully we see Nick Mullins or Jaron Hall next week try to switch it up. That's what you got to do if you want to. Like we said, our new goal is to whatever quarterback exceeds the best to play with Justin Jefferson is who's going to play. So
For sure. My biggest winner this week was DeRon Bland. I feel like to come out just completely nowhere and to set a NFL record now, like that's insane. Yeah. To have 5 pick sixes, like that's unheard of. And then you add on like there's been, I think like 12 or 13 teams already this season that still don't have a pick 6. So for one player to have 5, that's insane. And then my biggest loser, I'm gonna be real homer right here. It's Ohio football. Ohio football had a rough weekend. Started with Ohio State losing in their biggest game of the year, and then the Browns and the Bengals both lost as well. So hopefully next week everything will look brighter for us.
Cavs took another to the Lakers. I mean, it's just bad all around. It's tough. The only other thing that we had this week was our Week 13 pick'em. Entering this week, I'm really trying to be a little different this week, me personally. I'm trying to kind of mix it up and kind of think outside the box on some of these games. So we'll see what y'all are thinking. But we'll start with the Seahawks are at the Cowboys. Seahawks are kind of on a skid right now. See if they can pick it up this week. But it's at Dallas, so I'm going with the boys, sadly.
Yeah, you can't fade the Cowboys at home. Like I know the Seahawks are a pretty decent team, but I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas still covered that spread easily.
Yeah, Dallas at home is averaging about 38 points a game, so
Goodness.
And I mean you can expect probably a couple touchdowns from their defense or special teams every week. It's just crazy. So yeah, give me the Cowboys as well.
Chargers are at the Patriots. Both these teams can't call a loser leaves town match because they probably all already left and packed up town. So it's going to be a different type of game. Chargers win this one. Hopefully it doesn't keep Staley's job or nothing. Who knows with that front office, but give me the Chargers in this one.
If you're the Patriots, I don't know who you're even starting. I don't know how you go back to Mac Jones. Bailey Zappi, even though he hasn't been put in great positions in the game, like he has not looked good either. I'm thinking it's like a Malik Cunningham time in New England, but I'm still gonna take the Chargers.
Yeah, give me the Chargers as well. I watched that Patriots-Giants game last week, and I thought the Giants were bad. The Patriots are bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we don't have too much to talk about, so real quick, I mean, Patriots are in an interesting situation. Bill Simmons, one of my favorite podcasters, he's, Boston, do or die, so he talks about it a lot. Just with the situation that they're in, with probably, getting the top 3 pick. If they get that number 2, all the talk is Mac Jones with his weapons, and that's all the talk. So with the number 2 pick, Bill Simmons personally would take Marvin Harrison at number 2. And then just maybe take a flyer on, because there's so many quarterbacks that, it's like a 30% hit rate, it feels like anyways, with any quarterback, no matter what round he's taken in. So, I mean, even go down and take a Daniels from LSU later down the line. So
yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. If Mac Jones don't work out, which I don't think he will,
right.
You're going to have a young quarterback grow with Marvin Harrison that you can snag in the 3rd or 4th round.
Right.
So I agree with him with that.
Or even if there's another team, let's say you do have the number 2 pick, if there's another team that actually falls in love with someone not named Caleb Williams, I could definitely see Bill trading back and getting as much as possible. But you cannot roll Mac Jones out. He's a shell of himself now.
Yeah, at this point, confidence is shot. But Lions are at the Saints. Man, Saints team's looking depleted. Hopefully Olave comes back, so give me the Lions. But, man, if the Saints had their weapons, I'd pick the Saints against this Lions secondary. I really would. But give me the Lions.
Yeah, this is a bounce back for Detroit after Thanksgiving, so Lions for sure.
Yeah, I'm with you guys on that one.
Falcons are at the Jets. Tim Boyle probably again. She's on Lions -3. Should probably be 3.5. I'd look into that one, but give me the Falcons.
Yep. Not much else to say, Falcons.
Yeah, not much debate on that one.
Yeah, I'm Falcons as well. Expect a big day from Bijan because I don't think Ritter's going to be able to throw against the Jets. But then again, I'm always opposite of what I pick. So if I go Falcons, the Jets will probably win.
Yeah.
So
Real quick, since you said we have time, that division, I don't think anybody has a winning record. Right now, with how everything is, who do you think wins that division? Because I'm going to say the Falcons.
With the injuries, probably the Falcons. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to go with the Falcons just based off of weapons, whether they use them not alone in that secondary like Bates. I talked about it. You put him on fun to watch, and man, he's making plays. Cardinals are at the Steelers. So this one I was talking about, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going Cards here. I think the Cards sneak out a win at some point. I might take them for the rest of the year until they win. I don't know if it screws me over or not. But I could see it with Pat Pete on the other side. And if there's a weakness in the Steelers' defense, it is the secondary. So I'm going to go with the Cards here. And, I don't think the Cardinals' weakness is their secondary. So I don't think they'll get exploited too much on that end. So it's going to be a closer game, I think, and Cards.
Honestly, I'm going to agree with you. And it's not to, fade the Steelers because they played really good. But even though their offense looked a lot better, they still couldn't score. And I think the Cardinals, even though they just had a terrible game against the Rams, like, I just think, yeah, Kyler Murray is just going to pull Bunny out of his hat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go against you guys here. I think the Steelers do pull this out, and I think it comes down to the Steelers running game that's looked a lot better last couple weeks, and the Cardinals running game last week against Kyron Williams. I mean, they let that man run crazy. So,
They did.
give me the Steelers here.
Colts are at the Titans. Man. Minshew versus Levis. I'm going with the Colts.
I think I just like their run game too much. I'm also going to go the Colts. Even though the Titans have looked a little bit better, like, I don't know, Derrick Henry's still kind of just their offense.
You said your answer, but Jonathan Taylor is hurt.
Sorry. Zach Moss season.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor's not playing.
No, he broke his thumb or something like that. He's getting surgery out at least 2 weeks.
Oh shoot. I was gonna go Titans before, but that kind of reassures it.
Yeah.
I think the Colts kind of rely a lot on their running game, and the Titans are really good at stopping the run.
Yeah.
Their secondary is a little shaky, but I don't know. I think this is a low-scoring game, 13-17, kind of what we saw with the Titans. But I think they want a game like that. They don't want a high-scoring game because if it is, then the Colts will win.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure they're also, like, undefeated at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Crazy. Dolphins are at the Coms. Dolphins.
Yeah, Dolphins.
I don't gotta say it.
Yeah, I mean, give me the Dolphins, but I don't know. I like the Commanders to cover that spread, actually.
Yeah, I do too. Broncos are at the Texans. Man. On fire Broncos against Texans. This can be a fun one. Man. I'm going to go with my pick that I have written down. It's the Texans, but it's just a tough game to pick because that Broncos defense is just a whole flip. Sean Payton's never looked better for Coach of the Year if you bet him when he was down. So, man, give me the Texans, though.
I love the over in this game. Like, I think this is going to be a high-scoring affair. And I can't fade Russ no more. He's been looking too good lately. He's, like, the most efficient quarterback in the red zone right now.
You need to start him in fantasy.
I know.
That's what you need to
That's
start
what I'm doing this week. Yep, I know.
Say bye to Bryce Young.
Give me
He started
Broncos.
Bryce Young last week.
You're taking the Broncos, Nate?
Yep. Let's ride.
As much as I want to take the Broncos here because I've been a big believer all throughout the season,
Yeah.
I'm actually going to take the Texans here. I feel like a 5-game win. They're on a 5 or 6 game winning streak. The Broncos 5. I think it comes to an end this week. I think the Texans kind of have a bad taste in their mouth after that loss against the Jags, and I don't know. I just don't see the Texans losing 2 in a row. They're in playoff contention, and I think the Broncos just fall real short on this one in a heartbreaking fashion, like the Broncos did early in the season.
Yeah. Panthers are at the Bucks. I think this could be blowout potential, man. I think the Bucks get a little feeding underneath them after just a bad little streak they got going on. But Mike Evans is going to be open all game. So give me him.
I'm also going to take the Bucks.
I kind of disagree with you, Dom, a little. I mean, I can see this game being a blowout, but after firing their head coach,
Yeah.
teams are usually
No.
better for some reason, and it's a divisional game. And the Panthers' defense hasn't looked as bad as people think. I mean, they were competing with the Cowboys there for a couple late into the game.
Right.
Give me the Bucks reluctantly, but I actually like the Panthers to cover the spread.
Okay. Now, we got a weird one in my eyes here. 49ers are at the Eagles, and San Fran's favored by -3.
They're favored?
Yes.
What?
Yep. But
Wow.
I'm gonna just go with what we've seen through all of it. I think the best team in the NFC, this for the marbles right here, give me the Eagles.
I can't believe they're favored. Give me the Eagles, simply because, like, whether you want to believe it or not, they definitely have an edge at home every single game.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to say that's going to be the factor, but, I mean, give me the Eagles.
Yeah, I agree with you guys, but I think why the spread is that way is because, one, how the 49ers have played the past couple weeks, beaten two really good teams, being the Jags and the Seahawks, and two, the Eagles coming off an emotional overtime win.
Right.
Like, I mean, that's going to beat some players up and tire some people out. So, and on the other hand, the 49ers got to rest a little, blowing out the Seahawks. So, and the 49ers are coming off more rest. That also plays into a factor. So I'm actually taking the 49ers here. This is a rough stretch for the Eagles, and I think they're due to drop one of these hard games that they are in this rough stretch.
For sure.
I just can't fade Hurts right now.
I know.
The way he's playing.
Yeah, I know. Chiefs are at the Packers. I'm going with the Packers, man. I think the Packers, I mean, they got a cupcake schedule coming up. I think they flip with my Vikings, and they end up making the playoffs. And if you want to make the playoffs, I mean, you don't have to win this game, but I see a recipe, man. I see a recipe. I know the Chiefs' defense is good, but just believe in the J-Lo show. I'm believing in it right now. It's hard to say because they're my rivals, but give me the Pack.
Give me the Chiefs. They've just, I don't know. Andy Reid alone, like, his coaching is just outstanding. On top of that, like, the way the Chiefs defense is playing against, I mean, Jordan Love, this is definitely a game to show up in. Like, this will prove if everything we've seen is legit or not. But give me the Chiefs.
I was kind of with Dom at first, but Nate, you kind of changed my mind. The receivers have stepped up, or they stepped up last week, and I think that's the difference in this game.
Yeah.
And I expect them to. So give me the Chiefs, but it's going to be a close game.
Yeah, and I'm hoping Aaron Jones plays. That's my biggest recipe. If Aaron Jones plays, if he doesn't, forget everything I said. I'm still going with the Packers, but it's going to be tough. And then the Monday night stinker, Bengals are at the Jags. Looked really good a couple weeks ago. It looked like fire, but yeah, give me the Jags.
I'll let you get your pick out, James.
Yeah, give me the Jags. Trevor Lawrence is heating up just in time for fantasy playoffs, and I'm loving it.
He is.
I don't think I faded the Bengals at all this year, so I'm gonna keep that tradition. But this is probably going to be a blowout, if I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Like, our defenses look terrible. Calvin Ridley easily gonna have a touchdown, and Etienne might run all over us all game.
Yeah.
So give me the Bengals, but
Christian Kirk is everything you want Tyler Boyd to be. I'm sorry.
sorry, he's like 4 years younger, so.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, slot receiver, and I'm sorry, I don't know why I dug there, but
Yeah, I know. Out of nowhere.
Catching strays.
But man, that was a good pod. Short and simple, but we'll be back next week with NFL content. I got clips coming out on TikTok, so check those out for instant reactions and all of that, man. It was real, y'all. Peace.